You've heard about how GE Frisco is embarking on a journey that will launch itself into new and unexplored territory. And now it is time to hear about where we started. GE Frisco has had a long history of fabrication and production. Back in the early 1990s, our company acquired our mill in Davidsonville, where its main function was a logging mill. After a couple of years, the logging production came to a halt, and we closed that chapter of the mill to enter into what is now our current custom fabrication services. Shortly after acquiring the mill, our mill manager, Jerry Simmons, came into the picture and has been there ever since. In light of all the big changes coming for the company, we thought we would sit down with Jerry and reminisce on the good old days.
Hi, my name is Jerry. I'm the manager here at the mill, and I'll be retiring here in a couple more months, and I'll be turning it over to my study learner partner here, and we hope everything goes well.
Hi, I'm Joel. Upon Jerry's retirement in February, I will be the new mill manager here for GE Frisco. And I look forward to taking upon the skills that he's been teaching me over the past few months and in the upcoming months, and continuing the production and creativity we've had here for years past. All right, so Jerry, with Project Sherman taking off, we've got a lot of exciting things happening here at the mill. What would you say over the past 26 years has been your fondest memory here?
Well, to be honest with you, there's memories every day, and they're all fun. A lot of things happened over the years, 26 years, and the big accomplishments we've made, the different projects we've worked on, everything that's turned out successful for us. But I'm going to say probably the most memorable was probably last year when we had our little get-together here with the whole family, and some of us were awarded here for our longevity of service. And I think that was pretty special.
Fantastic. What would you say it was like working here 26 years ago compared to how things kind of operate today?
Well, things definitely have changed. Now, if you look back at the pictures of the yard over on 301, you'll notice down in the little corner there's a little small building. Well, that was the area that they did all this work in. And when I started, they had just moved over here. They'd been here less than a year, and they were kind of disorganized a little bit, but getting things done. And they just weren't used to the amount of space that they had, and we kind of worked together to make this space more available to them. Now, we had a little corner set up over here, and that was it. This mill was operating at the time. They were cutting logs in here, and we weren't allowed to be over on this side of the property. We had our little corner over there. So as things progressed and the mill shut down and the place became dormant, they had an auction and got rid of all the equipment. And this space became available just sitting here. It was a big hole in the ground. So we went to work after hours and days when we didn't have anything else to do, and we filled in the hole, and we put the concrete down, and we made the space something that we could work with. So sitting over there in the sunlight, building these crane mats that we used to do all the time, we just look over here and see the shaded building and think, gee, someday it would be nice to get over there. So with the work that we put into it and everything, we came up with a program that worked for us. And we just expanded over here. So now we're able to do our manufacturing undercover, and we're able to store a lot more material to keep dry for resale value. And it's a whole lot nicer operation than what it was. And there's still a lot that we never did accomplish, but we made it pretty good. It's kind of state of the art compared to what it was when we started.
We'll say this, I'm very grateful for the coverings on the hot summer days. So what would you say, coming over here after your service in the military and working for some different lumber suppliers, what would you say was a big learning curve for you when you had come to do fabrication here at GE Frisco?
Well, the biggest thing in fabricating is you gotta slow down. You gotta take your time, you gotta think through everything. You gotta make sure all your ducks are in order. That was a big thing because I was used to I had a job to do and I'd go do it at my own pace, and it was usually fast. And the guys used to tell me, hey, look, we can't work that fast. We've got too much going on. So that was the big thing, slowing down. And actually, it worked out better for me because then I got to enjoy everything a little bit longer as we were going along. But that was the big curve, was slowing down.
Yeah, that's been a big curve as he's been training me over here. As I've learned to slow down and take my time as well. Jerry, you've been a huge pivotal part of GE Frisco's development over the years and its legacy that it's built. What would you say is maybe one of your greatest accomplishments, like your own footprint or your own legacy that you've contributed to the company over the last 26 years?
Well, going back 26 years ago, this was kind of a rough place to go. I'm kind of glad I switched over and came here. I mean, everything is fine. I mean, definitely appreciated. And the hard work that we did to make everything work the way it does, it works pretty smooth. So I'm going to say that just the organization and just taking control of the whole outfit, this whole operation, and making sure everything is done on time. When the salesmen call up, they got questions, to answer their questions and take care of them. They get stuck a lot of times on different jobs. So having the experience that I have getting the work done and actually doing the work and cutting the material, I'm able to work with them, and it makes things a whole lot easier. We put the package together and they can contact their customers and make sure everything works out. And for the most part, I've worked very closely with the sales force, and just to make sure that what we are doing is the right thing to do. It's what they want, what the customer wants.
Yeah,
and that's the big thing right there.
That's been my biggest takeaway training with Jerry is customers, they come first. It doesn't matter what they're looking for. It could be the craziest request, and he will find a way to fabricate it, and he'll find a way to make the customer happy and work with the sales team to make sure we get it out to them in a timely manner. And those are the things that I've been working really hard with Jerry the past few months to pick up, so that when he retires and is drinking Mai Tais on the beach, I can then start to take over those same things that he instilled here, and we don't skip a beat, and we continue to move forward. With the legacy that I believe he has put in place here, which is just fantastic customer service, innovation, and creativity. And that's what I want to continue. So honestly, Jerry, just for me, the rest of the team, I appreciate everything that you have spent one-on-one time with me, showing me. I mean, some of the simplest things that you'd expect any gentleman to know. There are some things that were a learning curve for me, and picking things up very quickly because he has a great training style, and he throws you right out and lets you make the mistakes so you can figure things out and work through it. And just from me to you, it's been an absolute pleasure. I look forward to the upcoming months until that beautiful last day of yours. But it's been a lot of fun. I'm having an absolute blast, learning a ton, and I can't thank you enough for that. I just want to shake your hand and say thank you, sir.
And I'm going to stop by next summer. I'm going to check on you.
Absolutely.